4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. No, this isn't one of those classic games we show. This is live basketball at Rupp Arena in August. Dave Baker, Christy Thomas, Rob Bromley here as the Kentucky Pros trail the Dominican national team 18-17 in what has been a very entertaining game so far.
Well, I watched Jenny and Joe B over there in the huddle. They were working hard, working overtime over there. Wayne Martin over there coaching them up as well. Kind of a tough job to be able to do. You've only got 8 players, so these guys are going to have to depend on trying to keep their legs. And we got Bogans and Nazi Muhammad, Eric Bledsoe all making their debut now, so we'll see if they can hang tight with them. The Dominicans have a lot of people to throw at them here.
Yeah,
so.
They do. They got 15. They're in there. There's Bogans. They're in there along with DeMarcus Cousins and Rajon Rondo. And look at Rondo down on the baseline. He's still working the ref. I mean, that's how competitive that guy is. Jose Carrion, Terry Moore, John Globe, all FIBA certified officials working tonight's game. And Rondo, look at him. He's got the headband on and he's got it upside down too. The NBA stopped him from doing that, but not FIBA. Here you see our field goal numbers. Nice backdoor cut. How about that? Orlando Sanchez from Monroe Junior College in New York.
There's a little shot at just how athletic this Dominican team is, and we've heard about that. Whenever you ask this coaching staff about them and about Dominican players, they will tell you they are athletes.
Cousins fouled as he goes to the basket.
Oh, DeMarcus and Francisco Garcia getting a little chippy there. There you see him putting a little move on Al Horford. He gets the forearm to him. Now that's something that, you know, a lot of times in FIBA international basketball, you're looking at being able to be a little more aggressive. That's what Al Horford's pleading his case, saying it was my forearm. I ought to be able to do that. I ought to be able to give him a little nudge.
You see John Calipari, Cuz last year ranked in the top 20 in 10 NBA categories. Had some growing pains, as all rookies do, but boy, you can see the change in his body. Long three by Garcia won't go, and here's Rondo on the break.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We're sitting here courtside as Garcia hits, and as soon as Cousins started that drive, you could hear Al Horford saying, No, I'm embellishing a little because it was a little more colorful than that.
Sure.
And then Cousins looking for the call. Here's Bledsoe. And off the steal, Bledsoe trying to make the defensive play.
You know, this dribble drive offense has been something that Edgar Sosa has said he is really having a good time with. So gives a lot of freedom in this. There you see he's got some quick hands defensively, gets in there and heads the other way. But he's loving this dribble drive offense, and he's liking playing for John Calipari. He says that, you know, you get a lot of freedom in this dribble drive offense as a point guard. So that's something that's a little bit newfound for him, and he's really enjoying that as he's playing overseas in Italy.
Boy, these Rupp Arena fans giving Sosa the business, but he came out the other day and he was, I mean, wasn't shy about how much he enjoyed playing for John Calipari.
Right. And they've enjoyed being in Lexington. He says, you know, he hasn't really left the hotel much. I don't blame him. But he says he and Francisco Garcia haven't left the hotel much, Al Horford included in that. But they have all really enjoyed being here. They've enjoyed the facilities. They've really had a nice time. And this has been a good bonding opportunity for them. It's rare that you get to actually be away from the Dominican Republic, and you know these guys are rock stars in the Dominican. So there would have been a lot of media opportunities, a lot of media that would be really want some of their time. So at this point, they're really able to focus strictly on basketball.
Here's Garcia, and he can flat shoot it. And I know that these pros are John Calipari's guys, but he's one happy guy right now, as his Dominican Republic national team has taken its biggest lead of the night at 8.
Well, you've got to be pleased with that. Whenever you're seeing defensively, this is what they've asked for. This is what they've been wanting.
Luis Flores, who just checked into the game, fighting Keith Bogans for the basketball. They say it's off Bogans. Tayshaun Prince checking in. Back over at the scores table. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first of 4 quarters here in Lexington. DeMarcus Cousins going to get his first break. So as you look at the pros bench, backdoor cut. There's Flores with the bucket and the foul as he drew the contact from Wall and got it to go.
There's just some miscommunication on the defensive end between Bledsoe and Wall there as he went backdoor. That's really what this is all about, getting those cuts, getting those looks at the basket, getting to the line.
There you see Luis Flores from Leonis. Started his career at Rutgers, played his final 3 seasons at Manhattan. Mohammed. Nas, of course, came in here and reshaped his body and has had an outstanding NBA career. Now with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bledsoe will go to the line for 2 as the pros try to put together back-to-back baskets for the first time in a while.
Eric Bledsoe looking good. A little cut up there. There you see him taking it in. Getting that contact. Having a nice NBA season as well for him. John Calipari very complimentary of him last night, talking about what a great kid he is and how hard he's worked and how he's really, really happy to see him flourishing in the NBA and that he's doing so well. He said no kid deserves it any more than he does.
Bledsoe misses the first. Had a season high last year of 23 against John Wall's team back on March the 12th. 6'1", 185, and that 185 is a lot more ripped up now than it was when he left Kentucky.
No doubt.
Horford can't get it to go. And now John Wall keys the run. Nice kick to Prince. How about the defense by Bledsoe? Somebody in blue didn't like going down by double digits. Wall again. And it goes off the hands of Nazr Mohammed.
Just a great look here. Keith Bogans, he was laying back just a little bit, getting ready for John Wall to come in there, flush that nasty little slam. That gets the Rubber Arena crowd going. These guys need to score in transition. That's exactly where they'll exploit this Dominican team, scoring a little bit in transition like that with some great spacing.
Horford step back. And there's Bledsoe with another steal. Garcia is called for the foul. When you see a play like that, we will remind you that before this game could take place, the pros had to get themselves insured.
Yes, they did. Here's why. There you see Eric Bledsoe. And certainly, it wasn't a malicious. Garcia going for the ball there. Joby took exception.
Oh my gosh, it's not a shooting foul. Wow. Flores. Put back. Won't go down for Baez. Crowd on their feet for this exhibition game. John Wall draws the contact with just 2 seconds to go. You know, last night, Christy, John Calipari, we were involved over at the event they had, and he said he was planning on winning this game. And John Wall immediately spoke up and said, "Coach, I ain't ever lost on that floor." And then he's like, "Neither's
very
Cuz,
few of them had.
neither's Bledsoe."
That's right. Very few of them have lost on this floor. But
Now Tayshaun Prince popped up and said,
yep.
"I stayed around long enough to lose on that
right,
floor."
Which I thought was a genius comment.
Great line.
Fantastic comeback.
But it shows you the competitive nature of these guys, and you saw it from Wall on that dunk once his team went down 8.
Well, these guys come back here knowing what basketball means to these fans, and when you think about 24,000 people coming back to watch these guys play in an exhibition game against a Dominican national team, these people understand basketball. They want to come in and see some great basketball, and that's what these guys are giving them. There's no question about that. And even though these guys aren't from here, but they spend enough time here to really understand and really have